This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Poll of 5,000 heavy-duty moviegoers has come out. The question that was posed was, what movies are you most excited for in 2023? Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was the most anticipated. Runners-up were Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, John Wick Chapter 4, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
I tried to get into John Wick, fell asleep.
Oh, it's good. I'm surprised you didn't like it. It's a pretty good action movie if that's what you're into.
Okay. Now, the Indiana Jones, that has, what's his name in it,
Harrison
right?
Ford, yeah. And he's old as balls now.
I know.
He's in his 80s. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. I'm surprised with how old he is. It's not like Indiana Jones and the damn kids on my lawn. The upcoming Aquaman's on the list, Mission Impossible and Creed, both those sequels, and the Hunger Games prequel, plus Super Mario Bros. Those are all coming out in 2023, so it will be a big year, especially if you're into, like I said,
Superhero
movies.
action movies.
Although I wonder if The Rock's massive failure with Black Adam is actually like the sign that people are ready to kind of move on
He's
from.
the same in every movie.
He is, or just superhero movies are so similar in a lot of
He
ways?
is the same in every movie. And I feel the same with the actor that plays Aquaman.
Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Oh, you got something against jacked big dudes?
I guess so.
Wow, I'm right here. A guy named Kurt Schneider put together all of the top songs from 2022. Well, not all of them, but the
top ones.
the biggest songs of 2022.
The most recognizable.
Into a little mashup of his own, and it's incredible. You ready for this? I'm
Yeah.
just going to play a little bit of it.
Okay.
It's me, it's not the same as it was, because that's when I see a glimpse of us flying first class up in the sky, while I've been running up that hill, running up that building. It's about damn time. In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to bump me up, cause midnight's become my afternoons, and in this world, it's just us. So don't you leave me this way, won't you wait another hour or two? You won't break my soul, no, you won't break my soul. Mommy don't know, daddy's getting hot, doing something unholy. It's me, it's not the same as it was, because that's when I see a glimpse of us flying first class up in the sky, while I've been running up that hill, running up that building. Well, it's about damn time. G, throw up the L, sex in the A, A, B, C, D, E, F, you got me feeling alright. A, B, C, D, E, F, ooh, I love it when you do it like we've been doing all this late night talking. Don't talk about it's over if I'm breathing, racing to the moonlight and I'm speeding. Bum, bum, you won't break my soul.
Okay, I got to stop it right there.
Oh, but it was so good.
I know, so good, right?
I wanted to keep going.
But if it goes over a minute and a half, then I have to like count it.
Yeah, it's like behind the scene radio info.
Yeah, so I did a minute 29.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks. Stop.
It'll
there
probably
just-
still count.
No, it doesn't.
Something will happen.
That is a jam, though.
Yeah, that was great. We'll have
you-
to play that again, either throughout the week or at some point during
The
show.
other half.
Yeah, let's do
So
it.
we don't have to count it again.
That is so funny.
His name is Kurt Schneider, and he smashed that.
Yeah.
You made some baking this morning.
I did, and that's actually what I was laughing at, because I brought in some Rice Krispie squares. Because yesterday, coworkers were complaining that there's no baked goods this year.
Yeah,
And this is usually the week where it's like there's too many baked goods.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
I think probably price of groceries,
You know what?
actually.
You're right. Butter. You want to try and bake things? Butter is so expensive.
Yeah.
So anyway, I made Rice Krispie squares, brought them into work, but I wanted to make them festive. So I bought these little tiny candies that I just sprinkled on top. Mm-hmm. And they're like in the shapes of like candy canes and little snowflakes. They're super cute. Little
Super
ginger.
festive.
Super festive.
Looks great.
But they're really hard.
Yeah.
And so I had to write a note beside the Rice Krispie squares in the kitchen that says, try not to bite down with your front teeth. I don't need people needing an emergency dentist appointment over the holidays.
Here's the problem. Have you ever tried to eat a Rice Krispie cake without using your front teeth?
It's really hard.
It's not like steak where you have a little bite and you can chuck her to the back, the molars, and let them do the work. You kind of need your front teeth to like cut through it.
Yeah. So I wrote a note and kept it near the treats. And I heard what you whispered under your breath.
Imagine being such a bad baker that you need warning labels. Is what I kind of said. Could you eat it upside down?
Yes.
Because then the bottom teeth...
Wait, you'd crack a bottom tooth.
I'd rather that.
Maybe eat it from the side and then just leave the top.
Eat it
like
from the side.
Like turn it to its side?
Yeah, cut it into strips. What if you go and cut it into little strips
I already
and say
tried
eat
that.
it sideways?
I already tried that. But I just went and checked in the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Somebody ate one. So things are looking up. Things
I saw
are good.
Grant from the show next door running by with a bleeding mouth.
What?
So I think it might have been him. Are you mailing it in this week? Lisa is convinced that the world is, pretty much taking this week off.
Yeah, if you are sending emails this week, get a life.
Anybody that has to do anything in the cold should be mailing it in and just trying to stay warm. There was a guy in my in the sauna at the gym I go to yesterday. Struck a conversation with him. He's a carpenter working on the 3rd or 4th floor of a 5-story building in Sherwood Park that has no walls yet.
What?
He's like, you'd turn one way and the sun would like make your eyes water. It was so bright. And then you'd turn the other way and they'd freeze shut. Yeah, so he didn't have to work yesterday, thankfully, and I hope he doesn't have to today.
He's still in that sauna, like right now.
Yeah, put in a 16-hour shift there. That's actually a really good point.
This text here, first-time texter says, I'm mailing it in. I do snow removal. I've been working 20-hour days and people are still complaining.
I would hate that, especially if you have like an older tractor, whatever, skid steer, whatever you're using, and it's cold in there.
They go on to say, I'm officially turning my phone off and getting crushed. Is crushed another word for drunk?
No,
what does that mean?
I doubt that they're getting crushed while running a snowplow.
No, they're done. I think they're done, like work. Can we get some more context?
Yeah, just having a grape crush.
Oh.
Shutting the phone off, having a crush.
You think a grape crush is going to be good when you crack it, and then you take one sip and you're like, this tastes like medicine.
Yeah, don't try the new black cherry Slurpee that's actually the color black.
Bad?
Chemical.
Ew.
It tasted like WD-40.
No way.
Which, don't ask how I know that.
I kind of want to try it now just because of...
It was awful.
Did your teeth turn black?
Yes, and your tongue, and it's just the worst.
Why are we giving this to children?
I don't know. Because they drink it. They wouldn't care that it tasted like diesel.
I saw outside the gas station they had the advertisement for the black Gatorade. I was like, no one's buying that. Lena wrote in, we're asking you right now, how are you mailing it in? You don't have to be specific about like where you work. So actually, I probably should have not said her name.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you said you were going to keep it anonymous, so maybe make up a story for this one.
And then the next one will be Lena's.
No, but now people know that. You shouldn't have said that.
Just kidding. That was me pretending to be dumb in case anyone didn't get it.
780-784-7107. Yours has to do with, you're supposed to be home working. Instead, you're out shopping for a few things.
Well, and that's the thing. We've got to look for some of those new brews, hey? So we'll be hitting the liquor store, too. Tis the sis.
Live, local, and reachable. 780-784-7107. What's up?
Well, I got some information for people that want to start their cars in this kind of weather.
Oh.
Okay.
Pop your hood, take a blanket, put it over top of your hood. Okay, just close the hood just slightly. Take an electric frying pan, stuff it underneath the front end of your engine, heat up the oil, and your car will start.
What?
Yes. Take an electric frying pan, put it underneath your engine, put a blanket over top of your hood, your engine, close your hood, put on the electric frying pan for about a half an hour, 15 minutes, and your car will start because your oil is solidified and it's thick, so it's not going to work its way through the system, so it's called a cold start. That's why your car won't start.
Now, where did you get this information, or are you a professional in some sort of field that...
No, I've done it lots for a lot of people, and it does work, and I've had mechanics tell me the same thing.
Have you ever started a fire? Because to me, that sounds like I'd start a fire.
Not with an electric frying pan, no, but if you use a tiger torch, yes.
Okay, so no tiger torch. Electric frying pan. If you don't have one of those, it's going to be tough for you, though.
Can't drive to the store to get one.
Exactly.
Now what?
So you don't trust this plan. That's the
I
look
don't
you have
know.
on your face.
I just don't know.
I mean, he sounded pretty confident.
My car was putting along this morning. Like,
So you didn't plug in last night,
I didn't plug in. Started my car. It ran for about 15 minutes. I couldn't get over 35 kilometers an hour.
For the whole way?
Yeah. It's that cold out.
Yeah, it is stupid. Like, you look outside and it looks cold.
Yeah, when the sun peeks out, it doesn't want to be here either.
It just looks like, and it's not even poking out today. It's
No.
like, nah, screw it. So stay warm out there and
Yep.
maybe try that tip if you know how to put out fires.
We are joined by caller 7, first time getting through. Terry, you are just getting to work, but you went for a swim before your shift. That's ambitious.
Yeah,
Must have been hard to get out of the pool when you knew how cold it was outside.
Oh, true.
it sure was.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're going to win some money today, Terry. Ryder, do you want to break down how the game works?
Sure, you're going to pick a teammate. They will leave the room. They can't hear anything. We're going to give you 5 words. You tell us the first word that comes to mind for each. We'll invite your teammate back in. They'll do the same. For everyone that matches, it's $25. Get them all, it's $1,000. But just be prepared that you have a 25-second timer that'll start right after we give you the first word, okay?
Okay,
Who's your teammate today, Terry?
I'm going to go with Ryder.
Okay, get out of here. Make sure you close that door behind you, please, and thank you. Just gonna wait till he's completely out of the room, Terry, and then we'll get started. And like Ryder said, I'll start that timer right after I say the first word.
Okay.
Terry, what comes to mind when I say Vogue?
Magazine.
Deodorant.
Smell.
Crumbs.
Bread.
Frosty.
Snowman.
Chug.
Beer.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe we all need to start swimming before our shift because your mind
Yeah.
seemed clear. You were calm, collected. Ryder, we're going to win some money today. Unless you screw everything up. Just kidding.
I don't get any of the money. What's this weird business?
Ryder, what comes to your mind? I feel like you're going to get this one right off the hop, so we're going to start with this. What comes to your mind when I say chug?
Beer.
That's correct.
All right.
Frosty.
Snowman?
That's correct.
You had me almost go with mug.
I know,
because you
right?
said the beer one.
Yeah. Crumbs.
Bread.
That's correct.
Yes! $75. We're rolling through this today. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Deodorant.
Armpit?
Smell.
Darn.
And last but not least, we've got $75. Let's try and send Terry home with 100, okay? Vogue.
Madonna?
Magazine. You know what?
bad.
Those are both
Close,
really
so
good
close.
answers.
$75 is all yours, Terry.
All right. Thanks so much.
No,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
playing.
All
Next
right.
chance to play is tomorrow morning at 7:50. Travel time, just a little sketch.
I know that Vancouver's airport yesterday was an absolute disaster, but they also weren't prepared for
That's right.
the
Which
snow they got.
is odd to me.
Yeah.
Because they get this every year, and every year they're surprised. It's like, yeah, you're in Canada and it snows here sometimes.
It just
Can you
melts
guys figure
faster
it
there.
out?
Yeah.
When I was in Vancouver walking to work one time, I watched a woman drive up the hill I was walking in reverse because I think her rear-wheel drive vehicle couldn't make it up driving forwards. So she was trying to climb the hill in reverse. Or you could get some all-seasons tires. Figure it out. Anyway,
So if you're going to try and travel to see maybe your family this week, you're heading to the airport, best of luck. You got to hit Chili's for a double Caesar because the stress is going to get you if you don't have something in your veins
I saw...
to get you through it.
I saw somebody on Edmonton Reddit who actually works out at the airport
Okay.
just gave some tips on how to, get on your plane. And I thought they were pretty interesting. It says show up early. That means you need to be at the airport for domestic flights 2 hours early. For transborder flights, aka flights to the States, 2.5. For international, 3 hours early. As an agent who works with an airline, you wouldn't believe how many people think it's okay to arrive 45 minutes before your flight and then get upset that there's 300 people in line in front of you. You will not get preferential treatment because you arrived late. Other guests who arrived on time do not get to wait longer because you failed to do your part.
I wonder how many people are on their way to the airport right now sweating.
It also says, be kind to the agents. It's not their fault that it's minus 40 and you can't get to Kelowna. We don't like canceled flights any more than you do.
Sarah just wrote in saying, come on, even Edmonton isn't prepared year after year sometimes. It's so true.
That's a very good point. I may have went a little hard on Vancouver.
Yeah, sorry.
The Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free.
Play 107.